What is up, guys? Johnny01 here with another FIFA 17 formation, guys, / review. This one's going to be focusing on another 4-3-3 formation, but this time it's going to be on the third variation, otherwise known as the 4-3-3 defensive formation. Really good for those defensive players, those CDMs, and when you're struggling a little bit with your defense, you need a little bit more help with your squad for defense. This is a great formation to use. As always, though, check out all my previous formation guides as well as my tutorials. Got tutorials for everything in FIFA 17, including attacking, defending, passing, you name it, I got it. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future ones. So as always, we're going to start off with the best instructions and the ideal players for this formation. We start off with the left back and the right back. You want to tell them to stay back while attacking. The usual for left backs and right backs, you want them to be pretty quick, at least 85 pace and at least 80 defending. If you can get that higher, that will be even better. Then we move over to the center back. You tell them to stay back while attacking, which is what is the default instructions. So you don't need to switch any of that. Make sure they're at least 70 pace and at least 80 to 85 defending. You really want to get that defending high. You want to get their physical stats pretty high as well. And of course pace, because especially if you're playing an ultimate team, you need those pacey center backs to keep up with those pacey attackers. Then we move over to the CDMs. You got two CDMs in this formation. That's what makes it unique compared to the other 4-3-3 formations and why it is so good for defending. You want to tell them to cut passing lanes and stay back while attacking. You want to make sure that they have at least 70 defending, at least. But usually you want it to be even more than that, 75, 80. If he's a true CDM, he's going to have at least 80 defending. And you want to have at least one of those guys just to make sure he stays back. He's got good work rates and he'll stay back and help out that back line. The other one could be more of an all-around player with 70 defending and also pretty good in the attack. So you do have that attacking option as well. And then we move over to the center attacking mid, and you want to tell him to stay forward, to get forward. Just because you already have so many people back for defense, you're gonna want to have some more attackers. This formation is a little bit lacking on the attack, so you gotta to make sure that these players, the center attacking mid, is pretty good. He can do great passing. Best, most important stat is passing for this center attacking mid. Make sure that he helps out, gets that ball to those wingers and to the striker. Then we move over to the wingers. You want to tell them to stay forward and cut inside. Once again, tell them to stay forward just because you have so many defenders back. You don't want them to waste their stamina. You don't want them to go back. You don't need any more help on defense. This formation is already solid on defense. The biggest question mark is the attack. So you want to make sure those attackers aren't wasting their stamina and coming back. And then cut inside just so they're making good runs towards the inside, because the 4-3-3, they're usually pretty wide out. So you want them to start making some runs towards the inside. Then lastly, the striker, you want him to stay central. And you want to have somebody that's really good scorer there. He's got good shooting stats, pretty good pace, and good dribbling. You're going to have to score with these attackers, so you got to make sure that these attackers are really good at scoring, at shooting, at dribbling, and got some pretty good pace, because that's where your attack is going to come from. I recommend this formation, guys, for those of you that have really good defensive squads with good CDMs, or if you need some more help on the defense. You like the 4-3-3 formation, but you struggle a little bit with defending in FIFA 17, this is a great formation to use. So what are the pros and the cons? The pros, of course, is the defense. So many good defenders. Two CDMs really allow you to control the defense. The best defensive formation with the 4-3-3. If you like to have those wingers but still maintain a really good defense, this is a great formation to use. The biggest con, of course, is the attack. It's a little bit questionable, especially if those two CDMs can't really help out in the attack. You're really focused with just 4 players that can score you goals, so you have to be aware of that. So if you're struggling a little bit with the attack, this might not be the best formation for you. How do you use this formation, guys? Very important. Just because these guys are CDMs and you're telling them to stay back while attacking does not mean they can't help out in the attack. You gotta pass with them, because otherwise you just won't have an attack. You gotta make sure to include them into your attack. Just pass the ball sideways, horizontally, up the pitch towards that center attacking mid. And once that center attacking mid has the ball, look for those wingers cutting in from the outside towards the inside, and look for Suarez or your striker in the middle of the pitch. That's why we told him to stay central, so you really have good balance and good positioning, and you can really attack through the outside or through the inside and looking for those runs. For the custom tactics, I use my newest custom tactics, my new best custom tactics. I made a video a couple days on. Definitely check that out. Works really well with this, so make sure to check that video out. Alright, so let's get into some examples of me using this formation in game with this Barcelona team. As you see here, just some good passing, getting my CDMs involved in the attack by a nice little 1-2 pass and scoring the goal. Once again, guys, even though these CDMs aren't necessarily what you want to be pushing up with, you still got to use them a bit, because otherwise you're going to be severely lacking in your attack. Just try to figure out exactly what type of work rates, what type of CDMs fit you best. Do you like people that stay back more, or people that attack a little bit more, like a Vidal that's good at both attacking and defending? Then make sure to use that, especially if you're lacking in the attack with this formation. But really, the defense is what's going to win you games in this formation. Alright guys, that is it for this formation guide. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and share with all your friends. Click on one of these boxes to check out some of my other series, including my tutorials, my top 5 videos, like my top 5 skill moves, my ultimate team videos, and my formation guides. And of course, click in the middle to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tutorials or tip videos. Thank you guys so much.